Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 127. We are back. I just started a recording, and for some reason OBS had switched my mic back to my default device, so my mic wasn't being picked up, and I didn't realize it for the first 3 minutes of the recording. Went ahead and scrapped that one. So we're just going to jump back in, but I wanted to preface with that because I've already flown from Splinter Tree out to Fellwood, so I just, when we landed, I logged out and restarted the episode, but we're back in Fellwood. I was recapping what we were doing. We basically started Fellwood and figured out that this was once a beautiful, lush forest that is now diseased. There's some kind of plague here, right? I was comparing it to Caelid in Elden Ring, if you've played Elden Ring. We figured out that there's a subsect of the Cenarian Circle, or what I'm assuming is a subsect of the Cenarian Circle, called the Emerald Circle. They're down here at the Emerald Sanctuary. A couple Tauren and Night Elves, which is why I'm assuming they're in the the Cenarian Circle, because they're working together. They're down here. They're trying to figure out what's going on with the forest. I figured out that there was a camp back here, the Blood Venom Post. It seems like there's a tribe of Tauren called the Blood Venom Tribe out here. We're figuring out what's going on with them. This is where we left off last night, so... we don't need any more Fellwood slime samples. I've got 15 of them. We just need to go back to the Undercity. That should be good there. I need to explore the craters in the Shattered Scar Vale. I need to go down here and take on Overlord Roar. I need to get this filled flask, or flasket. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just a flask. And then we also need to head up and try and do maybe Entropic Beasts and Horrors, but they are elite, so maybe not. But mostly get the Anger Claw Grizzlies and the Fell Paw Ravagers. And then the Timbermaw clan, there's more of them up here with some things to do, so. A couple things to do in Fellwood. I don't think it's a major zone. I think it's more of a smaller piece of the pie, if you will, but still, at this point, I think we might just do every zone on this character before we get done. At least that you can do on the Horde, because for the most part, we're just about there, so we might as well do it, is kind of what I'm thinking. But I guess let's head back down and get this filled flask. Strange red key. I guess I can drop on any Jadenar. Oh. Hugh Freeze. He waved at me. We'll head in and get this this flask. I think it's down in the ruins of Constellus. I would assume. Alright, good luck, you. Still have a little bit of the time left on these priest buffs we got from last session. That's nice. Always love some excess stamina. Inflates my health though, and it makes me play more cocky. So it's always something to remember. Alright, I think we go in here. I'm not sure. Seems like slime territory, but at the same time, there's a little bit of an opening right here. It's gotta be back here, right? Yeah. Jade Fire, yep. I remember the mention of Jade Fire. There's some stealth targets around. I heard them. Now these guys definitely have pockets, right? Oh. Oh yeah, they do. What do we have? Night Elf Hunter. I'm gonna help her out. I gave her a wave. She bowed before me. and we bow back. It's all peaceful and hardcore. There is no horde, alliance. It's us versus them out here. One hitter? Oh, thorium is just brutal, bro. You go the entire game getting used to a 2-piece or a 4-piece, somewhere in between, and then you get to thorium and it's like, yeah, we don't follow the rules here. We just give you what we want to give you. Oh! Almost didn't slip into stealth fast enough. I think that's the well right there. I'm assuming Anger Wind, that hunter, was coming from down here. Zavathris? Wonder if I'm gonna have to kill him in order to get this well. Just in case we do, let's get a fresh carrion. Nice. Think I got the pickpocket on him right? Think that's what that is. Yeah, we did. I'm just gonna sprint past him. Let's run down here, take out Overlord Roar, and go talk to Greta Massive. Oh, there are stealth targets. Shadow Stalkers. Heads up, Angerwind, I'm coming in. 234 on a Shadow Bolt. Whew. Spellcasters, man. I wouldn't mind hunting a few more oozes, but at the same time, that Withering Touch is just... I dealt with that enough yesterday where I don't really want to deal with it anymore if I don't have to, so... I feel like 15, we should have a pretty good chance of getting 5 out of 15. And if we have to come back and get more, I'm going to be really bummed and upset, but it is what it is. Yeah, this place, just these colors right here alone are just like very Caelid vibes to me. I don't know if I need to go down here to get this exploration or what, but... Night Dragon. Yeah, we ran over here last night and it didn't give me any kind of exploration, so... There is Mithril back here, though. Maybe it's down here. Alshir Bane Breath. Oops. Just increased the size of the map a little bit there, but that's okay. We'll leave it. There we go. 99, that's fine. Keep her pushing, keep her pushing. Run right between them. It's got to be up here then, huh? Can I get up here? I can. And I will. There it is. Jadefire Glen. Another person up here. Thalard, level 60 Night Elf Hunter. .608 crit, pretty nice. The experience they give isn't very good. Even if I'm generous, I call that 400 and call that 200, that's 600. Now, granted, they are 7 levels underneath me, but I wonder what he's killing them for. Must be some kind of drop or a quest, maybe, but just be mindful of these drops here. Okay, let's go find Overlord Roar. We ran past him last night when we were doing some of the quests to kill these Deadwood Furbolgs. They're a different clan than the Timber Maw. They're the ones that the Timber Maw have beef with, so I'm thinking about just pulling them straight up, you know, homies and all. I think we can handle it. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. I think they have pockets too. They do. Had to waste my combo points, but it's fun. $1420 reduced my armor by. Oof. I don't want that. Yeah, let's say, come on. Alright, not bad. Deadwood headdress feather. We need 5 of those, right? To turn in for reputation, I believe. Little 3-piece. 5 stone altogether. I like it. Oh, rare's up. Rage Paw. Did we kill him before? I don't think so, right? Ah, he felt me. He doesn't have any abilities, so... Gossamer's Tunic of the Owl. Looks pretty okay. It'd be great for a mage, a priest, a warlock. Excuse me. I keep hitting escape. Okay, let's go talk to Greta. Find my way out of this thicket here. Think I can jump through here. Ugh. A lot of... Oh, it's you. I'd say a lot of people out here in Felwood. Okay, while we auto run, let me grab this off the charger real quick. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Get off me. Guess we'll get some experience as we run. The tender wolf meat, I think I'm just gonna sell that. Greta.
What brings you here?
Good, adventurer. With their numbers weakening, we can further press them. How was your first taste of their power? Were they as strong as you thought they would be? Stronger? Or perhaps they were no challenge for you at all. Wouldn't that be something? We can discuss the details of your exploits later. There are other things we must focus on now.
Like what?
Deep within Jadanar lies Shadowhold, the main fortress of their corruption and evil. The Shadow Council has protective spells surrounding their lair in the form of braziers. If I'm to find out any more information about our enemy through scrying, then those braziers must be extinguished. By doing so, I should be able to spy on the council and find out who leads them. If you can, take this canteen and fill it at the Moonwell in the center of Jadenar. Return to me afterwards.
Take the empty canteen to the Moonwell in the center of Jadenar and fill it before returning to Greta Mosshoof. I don't think there's anyone I can sell to here. Alright, back into Jadenar, and then we're going to go up and take on... Well, I'll see if I can take on these entropic horrors and beasts, but mostly explore the Shatterscar Vale, and then go get the Grizzlies and the Ravagers. Fellwood is going to be slow moving, I think, but let me figure out a game plan here in my head. I think we're going to do Fellwood, and then after Fellwood, I'm going to go back, take some time to go do Mulgore, just to say that we've done it and have it off the checklist. We'll start at the actual starting village, do these quests really quickly. It'll be super fast because I have a mount, run into Bloodhoof, do all the quests here, move into Thunderbluff and make sure I do all the low-level quests there, which I'm pretty sure I already have, but we'll see. Some are chains that you have to get from doing quests in Bloodhoof, I think, so. And then after that, I think we're going to go... Let me hide these. After that, I think we're going to go to the Burning Steps and tie up these loose ends here. There's not much. Most of them are dungeon quests. So we're not going to be doing any of those, but there is 2 normal quests there. This is an elite quest. I want to try and see if maybe I can take that one on. I'll have to do some research. Turn this in, and then these are dungeons, so we can hide these. But yeah, there's not too much here, and then for the most part, that's all of the Eastern Kingdoms outside of... That's a raid quest. Outside of the Western Plaguelands and the Eastern Plaguelands. So we'll do those probably last. So I think our order is going to be Mulgore, then Winterspring, Eastern Plaguelands, Western Plaguelands. Well, actually, sorry, no. Mulgore, Burning Steps, Winterspring, Western Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands, and then Silithus, if I have anything else. And with all that, we should be 60. There's no way we don't get 60 off all that. Alright, back into Jadenar. Especially because we're rested experience the entire way. I think this entire journey we've been rested experience. Which for all of my characters in the future, it'll be the same way too, just because of how I play the game. And I don't play long sessions or anything like that. I just play, you know, 1 hour, hour and a half a night, and then we're okay. And then we're in the inn for the rest of, you know, the day that I'm at work or whatever. I might have to vanish here. Let's see. See if I can sneak past. Well, let's just get in deep and then we'll vanish, huh? Since I'm gonna have to vanish anyways, it seems. Okay, that's the well. Let's get her down so I can heal. Let's kick that. Play a textbook. Finish her off. There it is. Cannibalize. Oh man, it's gonna be tough switching off the rogue and playing the other classes. Luckily, the druid is basically all the classes in one, so I'll still have stealth. I'll still have kitty form, feral. So we'll still be able to like sneak past stuff. It's gonna be awesome. But after the druid, when we go to the shaman, when we come back to the horde, oh man, it's gonna be rough. Stealth is so nice. It saved my ass a lot. It's saved me a lot of time. There's mithril inside the actual cave down in that that tunnel, that crevasse, that network that we've seen in here. So we're just going to leave that. All right, let's go get the, let's see if we can hang with an entropic beast. Let's see like what the health looks like, and if we get Vanish back, I'd be maybe willing to test the damage, but group quests, elite quests, these higher level ones, they're freaking me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So it might be one that we skip. I've been real quick to skip some of these other elite quests. Like I just went ahead and hit the Reven Tusk Village quests because I'm like, yeah, you know what? They want me to kill a lot of elites. That's just gonna be a lot of time, and it's not really worth it, and it's sketchy. I don't trust it. So this late into the journey, I really don't want to mess with anything crazy. I think I could definitely do it, especially if I played it slow and just, you know, but I don't know. We had our fun. Let's just get this character on the shelf. Because honestly, I'm really excited to move on to something else. To Songflower. What do you need for it? 2 Cenarian Plant Salve. Okay, these are the creatures we need to take on. I don't know. Well, no. We only need to take on Entropic Horrors, which are just elementals. I'm not going to be able to bleed them, so... Oh, crap, his AoE burned me out. God, these guys hurt. Build up a big Eviscerate, because that's all I'm going to be able to do here. Finish him off. Okay, these guys hurt. Well, we can take them on. I thought it was the Infernals, but... Alright, well... Here's a beast. It's actually less health. Now that we know they have an AoE aura, let's open up with ambush a little faster. And let's get to a position of safety. Who the hell is that? Nibby the Almighty? Call Infernal Destroyer. What's up, Nibby? Oh, he's a gnome. Burning Pitch. 5 silver. He's a gnome warlock. I want to talk to him, but I'm immolated. He's got a slime near him, and I'm afraid I'm going to pull the slime. And I don't want to. Nibby, what a name. Should have started eating and then slipped into stealth. But okay. Here's the other horror. We need one more beast and then we can go up north. Let's go ahead and dagger dance on him. Be careful because he has an aura. There it is. Two-point slice and dice should be fine. I'll just build up a 5-point eviscerate here. Maybe it won't be fine, but... a couple seconds without slice and dice, it's not the end of the world. Alright, there's our beast. Eat, then go into stealth. Gonna need some more quail when we go back. Alright, Alright, let's get this beast and get out of here. Alright, get our daggers on, make sure we can get behind him. There we go. One class that I'm excited to play, but also a little nervous to play, is the warrior, because they're so technical. There's so many macros you can make, so many like mouse over auras and all these things that you can do and utilize with a warrior, like weapon swapping, switching into defensive stance so you can interrupt with your shield bash, and then switching back out, and then charging out of like there's just like so many things that you can do with your stances, stance dancing, and weaving in different things, and weapon swapping, and they're just really they're really cool, but they're really intense. And I never really played a lot of warrior, if I'm being honest. I played a little bit of warrior in Cataclysm for PvP, but at that point in the game it was so easy to make alts. Like, I think by the end of Wrath I had basically every character. I had a paladin, a mage, a death knight, a rogue. At that point I was maining my rogue and my fire mage and a holy paladin. I was playing 3 classes in ICC. But then I also had like a warlock, a druid, and I still have all those characters. They were max until the expansion that I quit. But again, it was so easy to max out your alts, and you basically had like a max character of every class. So it didn't mean what it means now. Like, as far as now, what I mean is like in this setting of WoW's life cycle, classic WoW, having multiple 60s in OG Classic is pretty crazy because it takes so much time, right? But yeah, I played a little bit of a warrior in Kata with some PvP, and I really enjoyed it, and I carried on the warrior as far as, like, you know, doing quests. I think I played Titan's Grip warrior, which is like the 2 big 2-handed weapons. But yeah, by no means am I versed, especially in Classic WoW Warrior. That's an art of its own. To me, Classic WoW Warrior is probably the most complex class because of how much interaction you have to do with your other abilities to even do half of your other abilities. Like, you have to do a lot. Whereas like a Warlock, you just have to press Immolate and you immolate. Like, now sure, there's like cast bar juking and canceling and all that art to being a caster and all that stuff, but and rogues, there's like there's tons of skill ceilings, but I do think warriors is probably the highest of them all. There's just a lot you can do on that class, and it gets dumped on by a lot of other classes, but it also can just dump on you. Like, it's the kind of class that if the stars align or it uses the right, like, rotation slash setup slash, like, items, it can just two-shot you. It's crazy. Peyo's clips of his warrior with his flask set, just, like, building up sunders. He stun helmets them, builds up sunders, puts on a flask set that is built to increase his stats the most that they can, or whatever, and then gets back into his normal gear and like two-shots them. It's crazy. I gotta check Peyo's channel. I haven't watched a Peyo video in a while. I've been too busy. I do love the old Yappo though. The little piece of shit. Yeah, I'm a Peyo fan. Sorry, I coughed with the mic unmuted. But yeah, these are the bears we need. We need the Anger Claw Grizzlies. 9 more of them. And then we need Fellpaw Ravagers. I'm guessing other bears. So 24 bears in total. There's another Songflower. Ooh. Knockdown in a daze. Low swipe is a movement speed rend. Oof. Ironbeak Screecher. Oh no, the Feltball Ravagers are the like coyotes. I guess these are more wolves, huh? Let me put some respect on their name. Infected Wound. That's gonna be a dot or some kind of disease. Gonna need new poisons soon. At this point, I don't think I'm gonna really run out of charges on our poisons before I run out of the time on them. Unless I'm like really farming mobs nonstop for 30 minutes straight. I'll keep the red wolf meat for now, as well as the tender wolf. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but just in case. We'll take a look later. These are the Warpwood Moss Flayers. I need Blood Amber from them. Forgot about that quest. Yeah, I just need everything in this area, so let's take it all out. Yeah, man. I think we're coming to a close with our some of the series that I'm working on currently. Temtem is kind of slowing down a little bit. I haven't had a lot of time to record. I haven't played that game in like 3 or 4 weeks. I had a bunch of stuff pre-recorded with my buddy Krayshawn, but I've just been working. And Radiant Breastplate. That's a sick-looking chest piece. It's horrible though. It's actually awful. Wow. Maybe for like a Saf fight, it's good. But anyways, yeah, Temtem's kind of slowed down. I need to get some content recorded this weekend though, so I'm going to be pressing my buddy Krayshawn to get a couple episodes recorded with me over the weekend. I'm also going to do some Dark Souls content this weekend. We're almost done with that. I think I have, I'd say like 15% of that game left, which is really exciting. After that, I think we're going to be moving on to Silent Hill 2. I also might play something else in between that, like a indie game or two, something smaller and a little I guess like a palate cleanser, something a little easier to digest before another single player story driven game. I was thinking something like maybe like Bastion or Pseudo Regalia. That one's been on my list for a really long time. It's all about movement, and I want to beat it just to go ahead and, you know, get it off the list. So maybe that's going to be up next in between Dark Souls 1 and Silent Hill 2. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. But yeah, both of those projects, even Temtem, we're pretty close to the end, I think. What's interesting with that game for me is my buddy Krayshawn and I played it a long time ago, and it's why we're running it back for the channel. But we played it a long time ago when the game was still being developed, and they were only on like version 0.7. They're now on version like 1.0 plus. So I don't know how much they added from where we were, and even when we were, we never got to the end. We got to right about where we are in our playthrough now, and then stopped from just other things came out, and other things grabbed our interest, and we just kind of, you know, fell off of it. But the fact that I'm recording it and we're putting it on the channel is a good motivator for us to continue playing it. So we're down to finish it. It's just finding the time, and I don't know how much more is left. There's only like 2 more islands, so I'm imagining not much more. But so yeah, Temtem hopefully almost done. After that, we'll probably take a break from Creature Collectors for a little bit. I think if I play another one after that, I might play the Pokemon MMO, the like fan-made one, or I might play a long playthrough of all the like Pokemon series. I'm not sure. There's a lot cooking in the brain, but because I've been replaying through well, not replaying through. I guess it's my first time playing through it, but I've been playing through Pokemon Black 2 on my phone because the Pokemon that I quit on was Pokemon Black. That was my last one that I played, but I was in high school at the time when it was out, and I was already kind of like phasing out of the series. I was already kind of like, I'm not really following it, but some friends of mine had DSs, and we were in a photography class together, and we would always bring our DSs and be able to like play in photography class when we didn't have anything else to do, or we were working on projects we already done, or whatever. We had a cool teacher, so I got a DS, and then I played Pokemon Black, and yeah, I hadn't really played any of the Pokemon mainline games since then. I haven't played like Sword or Violet or X or any of those. But I wanted something for my phone, and I have the emulator app on my phone. So I've just been emulating Black 2, and I'll be honest, it's probably my least enjoyable Pokemon experience. It felt like everything, I think I mentioned this before in one of the other episodes, but everything is so very convoluted and like annoying and not streamlined very well, it felt like for me, as far as like, there were so many examples that I can't even really remember now, but I just remember thinking so many times throughout the series, just like, oh, this is such a pain, this is such a hassle, this is so annoying, like. But overall, the general spread of like random Pokemon that I'm finding in the world, I'm really enjoying. I'm finding a lot of different cool shit, and I wish a lot of the other games were like that, where it's not like, oh, there's 3 Pokemon in this zone. It's like, no, there's quite a few, and they're from different gens and different things that you wouldn't imagine to be here, but they're here. But yeah, it's made me think about maybe doing a playthrough of all the old Pokemon, you know? Just marathoning through them, like start with Yellow and then go, I'd play what I call the ultimate version of each gen. Like, so you have Red, Blue, and then Yellow. To me, Yellow is the ultimate version of that gen. You get all the starters. It's basically Red and Blue together. It's the elite version of the playthrough. Then you have Silver and Gold, and then you also have Crystal. To me, Crystal is the ultimate version of that, right? And that's my personal favorite Pokemon game, Pokemon Crystal. I think the vibes are just sick on that game. It was my favorite growing up because it was the first where they had actual like moving sprites. And I just thought that was so dang cool when I was a kid. It completely encapsulated me. I was already obsessed with Pokemon, so the fact that they were now moving on my screen was just insanely mind-blowing to me. But yeah, so I would play that all the way up. Like, I think Platinum is one of them. Obviously, Gold, Silver, and what is it? Is it Gold, Silver, Platinum? What is Gold, Silver's? No, Crystal. I just said it. What's the one after? Ruby, Emerald? No, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I'd play Emerald because that's the one with Rayquaza. And then, yeah, you get the picture though. But I haven't decided. There's a lot of other stuff. Let me flip through the Steam library. Yeah, Bastion and Transistor, Fear and Hunger, Fly Knight is a smaller one. I'd love to play through Mage Arena. I bought that and I booted it up with some friends like a week ago now. And it wasn't anything that I thought I would record. I was like, I'll just have some organic fun with my friends. And it is something that I wish I recorded because it was a lot of fun, but it was so chaotic. It wouldn't have made for a good video, I think. But it's the kind of game where I think you have to be a creator to make a good video on it, or else you're not gonna get a good video, because you need people to fight with, and it's a voice like required game. So it's just people like screaming over each other and like screaming fireball, 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 freeze. Like, but man, it's so much fun. It's chaotic. We've decided in our Discord, anytime there's any kind of dispute, we're gonna settle it with Mage Arena. But yeah, Outer Wilds, that's another one that I think it's a little longer. Pseudo Regalia would be a perfect smaller, quick little indie game in between big stuff. Bastion, Transistor, like we talked about. Hyperlight Drifter, that's one that I want to play, but it's a little longer, so I started that game a long time ago and never really got too far into it, but I do remember really liking it. It's on the list. It's coming to the channel at some point. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff coming. Just a matter of time, baby. Alright, we're down a stack of quail. This is what I like to see. A lot of this quest log complete. Oh, I need new poisons. That's what's wrong. Although these are elementals, so they actually might... Oops. They actually might not be able to be bled or poisoned. I also need to put my gun on if I'm not throwing. Okay, well they can be bled, so they can be poisoned. So I'm glad we put these back on. Blood amber. I'm not gonna have the energy to kick that, but that's okay. 14-second route? Are you serious about that? Alright, I guess we're waiting. 3 more ambers. We'll get out of here. We'll grab the rest of the bears. And the wolves. I guess there's wolves too. Probably do an AoE pull here. Since we have cooldowns. We are in a cave though, so let's remember that. But I do have potions up. Big cooldowns. I just need 2, so probably grab these 2 here. Desiccus is the rare. Oh, it is up. 6,000 health. Chain lightning and lightning cloud. I don't know about that, boys. It does only have the health of 2, though. So maybe. It is level 56, though, too. Just go ahead and slice there. Alright, there's 15 blood amber. I'm probably just going to leave Desiccus because I don't think there's a way to grab these 2 without grabbing him, and we're in a cave. And he's not just a rare, he's an elite rare. All those things add up to, you know what, we let you stay, buddy, so. Try and grab the thorium though before we can get out of here. It's more than 1, that's a win. That's 2. Black vitriol, free 10 silver. I want to sprint out of here so badly, but we're gonna keep it up in case shit hits the fan. Need to sell. Got a lot of garbage now though. We'll leave that mithril down there. I think we came in this way, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and sprint now. Stormy J. And we're out. There we go. More Ravagers and Grizzlies have respawned. Let's grab those. We don't have too much time left tonight, about 15, 20 minutes. Switch to this guy. Get behind him for the 3 seconds that we can. Put a 1-point bleed on him.
Health warning.
Jesus. It's a little scary. Didn't know he could knock me down like that. God. Maybe that's what the low sweep is, huh? I'm burning through my food out here. Kite this guy back as we look for other Ravagers. It says there's more down this way. We'll check up here though real quick. That way when we go down there, these will be respawning, and if I need, I can come back here and get them later. Lofty Legguards of the Bear. Plate. They look pretty sick. Really good stats. 16 stam and strength. Really good. For a paladin, for a warrior. It's another Songflower. I guess let's get rid of the Heart of the Wilds. I want to keep the Core of Elements because we're storing them. I don't know what they're for. Maybe I shouldn't be storing them, but... Save my bomb. I didn't mean to bleed there either. Pretty bad.
Health warning.
Oy vey. We're pushing it low tonight. Doesn't look like anything that I could really use immediately. I mean, Tenderwolf steak actually, so that's pretty good. What about the Red Wolf meat? Yeah. I guess hot wolf ribs, so both are solid, I guess. We'll hang on to them. Can't get rid of any of this junk, though, if I need. It is just junk. There's some mithril. Okay, there's 2 bears. Then I just need, what, like 4 more Ravagers? Yeah. Probably have time to get this done. Maybe go turn things in. Talked to Nafine. See what's going on. Large bear bone. It's a mace, by the way. I didn't realize that. I think that's what just dropped there too. And if it did, we're gonna get rid of the bear flint. No, get rid of the burning pitch and the core. That is what just dropped again. That's funny. I say as I don't laugh. That's funny. A third one. That's funny. Let's get rid of our thick furry mane. Alright, 4 more Ravagers. A lot of these quests are all over the world, so... Like this one's from Feralis. The Undercity, we've got stuff in Ungoro, stuff in the Badlands, although I don't think that's related to here. Some stuff in Orgrimmar, I think. Alright, let's see if we can dip in and find a few more Ravagers real quick. Oh wait, no, they're up. More up here, I guess. There's got to be a few more around here somewhere. There we go. Wonder if the Timber Mall have a vendor that I can sell things to. Talon Branch Glade. I think this is an alliance town. Yes. Two more after this guy. I imagine I can find them on my way back down, so let's go talk to Nafeen. Kind of figure out what's going on with the Timber Mall and see if we can sweet talk our way into their good graces. And then from there, we'll run back down, go turn these in, and then come back up and turn these in, and then probably just hearth and take care of everything else another time, like tomorrow night. Feltwood's completely explored just like that. Nafeen. Speak to Nafeen.
Only those who have proven themselves to not be hostile towards the Timber Mall may pass through the hold without fear of being attacked. Have you made an effort to earn our trust, outsider? Speak to Nafeen. Ah, I've heard the word on the wind about those not of our tribe who seek to ally themselves with the Timber Mall furbolgs. I welcome you, but you must be warned that my tribe reacts poorly to strangers. These are trying times, and we can only trust those who choose to fight the corruption of the land alongside of us, and have proven themselves to us accordingly. Those who have not done so will be met with open hostility should they enter the hold. There is a camp of deadwood furbolgs directly to our southwest. Corruption permeates the camp, and I wish to put an end to it before they become a problem. The deadwood tribe is evil, but it is the effects of the fell that pollutes their minds. Their hostility is not truly an innate quality, yet they cannot be helped. It saddens me that we must fight our own brethren. Please, Bale, I ask you to do what must be done. Simply spare me the details. Such troublesome images upset me far too much. So we can get the leggings of Ursa, plate, 17 strength, crit chance, pretty good. Or the helm of the Pathfinder, 17 stamina, 1 crit chance, leather helmet. I'll probably take the helmet just in case, just because it's a cool pickup, but... Alright, seems like the Deadwood are... I don't really have time to kill. 6, 12, 18. Yeah, I don't think I have time. I'll have to do that tomorrow, because I still have to go back and turn all these in, but... There's also a couple drop quests that I need, so when we do these, I know that there's a drop quest here, the Deadwood Ritual Totem. So, you know, if I kill 18 and it hasn't dropped yet, I'm still going to kill more until it drops. So I don't want to go over there and we spend 15 minutes killing 18. We're already past our timer, and I'm playing late. I need to get ready to go to bed. I'm staying up late, and, you know... We'll just have to handle it next time. Here's 2 right here. Nice. Go time, baby. He just barely didn't die. That's crazy. Alright. Wish I could. %25 right now. We'll see what we end up with at the end of the night. At 58, we're completely done with Master of Deception. That's pretty cool. A sneaky, sneaky rogue. I think it's also pretty fitting we learn this at the very end, so it's like, after all this sneakery, is that a word? I don't think so. Throughout this entire journey of like honing our rogue crafts, we've become even sneakier as we're just about to ascend to the end, you know what I mean? And then sadly our final 2 points are pretty boring. They're just cooldown time on Vanish and Blind, which is extremely useful in hardcore, but we won't really need them at 60 at that point. I mean, if I want to do any other content, it might still be important to have it, but like if we do, let's say we hit 60 and we still have some quests and still at this, and I want to do all the quests on this character just to have them done, to have a character we've both done on hardcore, done Ironman, solo self-found, did all the quests, yada yada, you know. It'll be nice to have those extra seconds off the cooldowns then, but... We hadn't had Jadefire Run discovered? I guess that's up here, huh? So I can sneak through Felpaw Village, which is this cave that connects you into Winterspring. So if I wanted to go into Winterspring and go ahead and start doing these quests, I'd have to find a way through the cave. Until I'm at least neutral, I think I get attacked by every Furbolg in there, but you can sneak through or you can kill your way through or whatever you want to do, but ideally we get to at least neutral.
If I was playing this character long term, you know, ideally we'd get Timber Maw all the way to Exalted or whatever it is, the crazy one, but I think the one for Insane in the Membrane is getting it to Exalted, but I think it's like Timber Maw. I think you have to do the Dark Moon Fair, which is crazy. The Dark Moon Fair one seems brutal. It's both a lot of money and a lot of farming and a lot of time, and because as we found out on this character, you know, you can get reputation from different items from different mobs all around the world. Key items. One of the ones that we used were Vibrant Plumes, but each of them has a certain amount of reputation that'll give you to a bracket, and you have to abuse it to the max threshold of each bracket to get the most bang for your buck, so to speak, right? So it's like, and then it caps out, I think, at Honored or Revered, and then from there you have to just turn in cards, or decks, I think, in order to get rep, which takes a ton of decks, and they can be expensive, and it's just, ugh, it seems like a nightmare. I'll tell you what, hair. Let's run in here and turn these quests in real quick, and then we'll run down to the Emerald Sanctuary, turn these quests in, and then I'll just hearth. We'll end up back in Splinter Tree, and we'll wrap this one up, and then next time we'll finish, you know, the quest that we have here, and turning in any of the quests that we need to, like, let's say down in Camp Mojahe, or back in the Undercity, or, you know, because we need to turn these slime samples. I need to stop going into Jadenar to get here. I can just follow the stream. Blood Venom River. Sorry for the slurp. Okay. Surely there's someone I can sell things to here, right? Yes, Bale. Hey, it's me.
What brings you here?
Take the junk, brother. Take the junk. And then everything else we're keeping. Let's talk to Winna. We saw you first.
This is of utmost importance. Be on your way now.
Very well. We must find a way to use this corruption against our enemies. This corrupted water can be
Nope. I'm very curious to see what this sample of water will do. She pours it on the cat. Oh. Haha, perfect.
This corrupted water can be used to our advantage, adventurer. With just a small amount of the water, my kitten doubled in size and seems to be stronger somehow. These cats may prove useful. Here, adventurer, take this cat carrier and release the kitten inside next to the moon well in the ruins of Constellas. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the results. Return the cat to me, and I'm sure I can make it worth your time.
Is this timed? If it's timed... Okay, no, it's also an item I get. Cool. Alright. Drekka.
Strength and honor.
Husband's last battle.
May your blade never dull.
Do you have the beast's claw yet, Bale? It will pay for its crimes. I don't care if it's corrupt or just angry for living in such a dismal forest. No Furbolg will live for committing such crimes against my family.
You bring honor to me for following through with your word. My husband died in battle.
She looks sick.
He would have been proud of that. But I could not rest until I knew that the creature that has forced me to live my life alone paid for what it had done. Thank you again, adventurer.
You're welcome, Drekka. Alright. Now let's head down to the Emerald Sanctuary, turn these in, we'll hearth, and then we'll probably get ready to wrap it up for the night. It's already bedtime for me. We're past our mark a little bit, but that's okay. It's a bit of a run. We'll just get on the path. We'll thug it out. More garbage. So much stuff. Guess we're gonna keep both hammers, keep my white bone shredder. Gonna have more dense blasting powder. Another heavy junk box. I can't open these yet. I think I need like 275 or 250 for these. Should probably just go ahead and make more thistle tea maybe and store it. Although I don't mind it as swift thistle. I need something to use these true silver bars on. Is there something? You got it. Anything true silver? Well, I can make a green lens with the Heart of Wilds that I've been getting and selling in the Wild Vines. I didn't realize, but I don't think I would use it compared to the helmets that I've got now. It'd have to be really good. It'd have to roll better than 11 agility and 10 strength, and I don't think it can. And it's cloth, so, you know, I already lose half my armor there from it, but the deep dive helmet is nice. I'll probably make one of these just to have it, honestly. It allows for underwater breathing. That's nice. Unfortunately, I can't get the rocket boots because I can't get the Mageweave boots. Oops. Mavis. I know Felwood suffers bale. I suffer along with it. I must remain steadfast in my conviction. Were the knowledge I possess to fall into the wrong hands, it would spell disaster for all of Felwood. Bring to me the blood embers drawn from the slain Warpwood elementals, and I will trust you enough to help me enact a means to fight the corruption.
This blood amber will be used to find a means of defeating the corruption present in Felwood. You've proven to me that you're willing to do whatever it takes for the Cenarian Circle.
I knew they were part of the Cenarian Circle.
It might seem odd that killing the elementals proved yourself to me, but the end of saving countless sentient beings must justify the means we take. You and I can now focus on the preservation of life through the salves I can make.
Oh, so this is how we get the salves.
The time has come to cleanse Felwood.
Salvia mining, salvia hunting. There are plants in Felwood that may be saved from corruption when Cenarian's plant salve is applied to them. I know how to make the salve from several different kinds of items. Based on your skill set, you may find that you have multiple options to assist me. You will also need a Cenarian beacon for your work here. It is a device that allows you to see the taint and corruption of nature that the naked eye will miss. I need a beacon. Here is a beacon for you, Bale. You must keep it in your possession if you are to find the corrupted items we will need. Cool. Cenarian beacon. I'm here for it. Alright. What plants are in Felwood that might be corrupted?
There are plants in Felwood that may...
I've observed 4 different kinds of plants that have been affected by the corruption. The songflower, the wind blossom, the whipper root, and the night dragon plant. The songflower and wind blossom are common plants in Felwood, while the whipper root and the night dragon are seen less frequently. All are a vital part of Felwood's ecosystem. Salvia mining.
If you possess a Cenarian beacon while mining in Felwood, you'll be able to see tainted vitriol that corrupts a vein of raw metal. I know how to purify that vitriol and turn it into a reagent that goes into making Cenarian plant salve. You will then use that salve on plants you find in the wild that need saving. If you have collected any tainted vitriol, I'll give you some Cenarian plant salve I have already prepared. Salvia hunting. Possessing a Cenarian beacon allows one to see a corrupted soul shard on those tainted beasts that are put down for the greater good. I grind shards into usable reagents that go into making Cenarian plant salve. We will use that salve to turn corrupted plants into healthy ones again. In exchange for these shards, I will give you some Cenarian plant salve I have already prepared. We're gonna have to leave these here, and now that we have the beacon, maybe we can get these items, but let's go talk to Greta and Taryn, and then let's hearth and wrap it up for the night. Almost at 110 gold now. 108, it's pretty nice. Money is no issue to us now. Greta? Once we have the waters from the Moonwell, we will purify it and use it to extinguish the braziers of protection within Shadowhold. That should allow me ample time to see into the chambers even deeper and discern who actually leads this cult. I pray the Earth Mother is with us.
This will do nicely, adventurer. Now, all we have to do besides apply the waters to the braziers is to have it purified. That should not be difficult. It should only require a little travel. Hopefully we can do this quickly.
Okay.
Take the corrupt water to the Barrens, adventurer. South of Ratchet, hidden along the shore, is an old friend of mine, a shaman named Islin Waterseer.
Wait, I think we know them.
A powerful shaman who will help us. Her relationship with
sorry, I
the
bumped the
spirits
mic.
of water has always been strong. Our task being a noble one should be enough to persuade her and the spirits of water to aid us in this task.
Sick.
You should find her at a small camp right along the water's edge. And adventurer, ignore the pirates. They are but a nuisance and no threat to you.
True. Taryn?
Good that you're alive, adventurer. Bad that the water still exists. I was hoping to find at least one pure source of water here in Felwood. It looks like my search has failed. The process of healing the land could have been made much easier with its existence. I will have to concern myself with saving what forest creatures I can, while destroying those that have become so corrupt that they endanger themselves as much as travelers through this once mighty forest. We shall meet.
Alright. Quick little 6,800. Let me get this ore real quick and then we'll hearth. 110 now. Huge. That's a night dragon. No, that's a wind blossom, sorry. Tainted vitriol. 1. 2. 3. And that was what? 7 solid stone? That's crazy. Big rocks, baby. Big rocks. Alright, I don't think I can get quail from here.
If we are to make these new lands ours...
No. Alright. I'll spend some time stocking up after recording before I go to bed, so... let's go ahead and call it here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love. And God bless, gamers.